At Shoals Technologies' 100,000 square foot factory in Portland, Tennessee, Dean Solon's quest for simplicity starts with the color-coded shirts, inspired by Sesame Street, that his workers wear. The SunPower logo was yellow, so that's Big Bird. First solar was red, for Elmo, he says. Those working on an order for Blattner Energy, a big solar contractor, sport Cookie Monster blue. And then we have the count, in purple. He's always counting. Those are the quality control people. Shoals non-unionized workers at 4 factories in Tennessee and Alabama make the guts for big solar installations, basically everything you need other than those shiny photovoltaic panels and the inverters necessary to feed power onto the grid. They craft cable assemblies, combiner boxes, external fuses. It's exactly the sort of unsexy manufacturing that nearly everyone thinks fled to China years ago. Indeed, most of Solon's competitors are Chinese companies like GCL System Integration and Wuxi Sun King. The Chinese-made components are cheaper than Shoals, but Solon has an edge. His stuff is seen as safer, more reliable and easier to install. That means companies are willing to pay 5% to 10% more for it, believing they'll make up for it in lower labor and maintenance costs. Last year, that premium added up to earnings of $34 million on $176 million in sales. After a January IPO, the 57-year-old Solon is worth some $2.2 billion, thanks to his 40% stake in the company and after-tax proceeds from prior equity sales. To keep that Made in America premium as low as possible, Solon makes the manufacturing process as foolproof as he can. Screens mounted on the front of each machine show workers how to do each task, from stripping and crimping wires to installing fuses and finishing cable assemblies, with cycle times measured not in man-hours but man-seconds. It's a Pavlov's dog world, Solon says, in which workers are trained to self-correct when a light atop their station starts blinking, indicating they've slipped behind schedule and have about 15 minutes to sort it out before the blinking gets faster and maintenance is summoned. They're told never to worry about messing up. If this process makes something wrong, shame on us, we designed it wrong, we didn't bulletproof enough for you not to make mistakes, he says. Plant managers sit above the factory floor on a mezzanine platform Solon calls Pride Rock, after the prominent slab in The Lion King. They rarely get involved, teams help one another sort out problems, because if one person slows down for too long, the next in line runs out of parts. Don't yell at anyone, let them have a self-win, Solon says. I don't need to squeeze another 10 seconds out of them. If the green light is on, we're making money. Solon has taken his family to Disney World twice a year for decades and has long been inspired by the park's orchestrated perfection.